What's up, Planeswalkers? It's your boy K-Dog. Got one more video for you guys for the MTG Core 21 Early Access event, sponsored by Wizards of the Coast. So thank you to Wizards for allowing me and all the other content creators to participate in this event. So this one, a Rakdos build around Direfleet Warmonger. One of our new cards here, 3-mana 3/3 Orc Pirate. So getting some more pirate support. It's pretty sweet. At the beginning of combat on your turn, you may sacrifice another creature. If you do, Direfleet Warmonger gets +2/+2 and trample until end of turn. So that's pretty sweet. So this is definitely a rough draft. I kind of did a couple quick games because it was kind of rolling in the back of my head. So I put together some builds that didn't really feel right, and I've kind of tweaked it to this. And definitely still needs some work, but we're going to go ahead and jump into some matches as is, because I feel like there's something there. Definitely want to kind of play around with it and start getting more of a feel for what this card can do in the upcoming meta. There definitely looks like there's a lot of fun potential for this particular card. So one of the other new cards here is Demonic Embrace. It's a 3-mana aura. Enchanted creature gets +3/+1, has flying as a demon, in addition to its other types. You can cast it from your graveyard by paying 3 life and discarding a card, in addition to paying its other costs. So even if you enchant something and they kill it, you can always just discard something, like a land, most likely, and pay 3 life to get it back, and start swinging with a additional 3 power in the air. So that's pretty sweet, especially with like your Warmonger. You know, if it gets the +2/+2, and then it's 8, 6 trample, flying trample. So that's pretty sweet. And then we also have things like Dreadhorde Butcher, Stormfist Crusader, which should work pretty well. Stormfist Crusader can help us draw into any pieces. 2/2 Menace. Beginning of your upkeep, each player draws a card, loses 1 life. Dreadhorde Butcher is a 1/1 with haste for 2 mana. Whenever it deals damage to a player or planeswalker, you get to put a counter on it. And whenever it dies, it deals damage equal to its power to any target. So obviously the Demonic Embrace works pretty well with the Dreadhorde Butcher. But another new card here is Unleash Fury. We're going to run all 4 copies. I don't know if that's the right amount, but we want to make sure that we see this as much as possible. Seems like it's one of the more interesting cards. There's definitely lots of different ways you can build around this, or not. Just kind of include this in certain builds. Just 1 and red for instant speed to double the power of target creature until end of turn. This seems like it's going to be a really powerful effect. Obviously works amazing with Dreadhorde Butcher, works amazing with our Direfleet Warmonger, so we're just going to run all 4 copies. I don't know if that's the right amount, but let's do it. So just a little bit of interaction here. 2 copies of Eliminate. Probably need more removal, but we're kind of more focused on the fun side, and we can kind of tweak it and add more removal later on. So we do need a little bit of sacrifice fodder, so we have things like Grim Initiate and Serrated Scorpion. Grim Initiate's a 1/1 first strike for 1 when it dies amass 1. So basically replace itself. Of course, the amassed token does not have first strike, but you still get another body left behind, kind of jump block you or be more fodder for the Warmonger. Kind of same thing with Serrated Scorpion. It's a 1/2 for 1 mana. When it dies, deals 2 damage to each opponent, and you gain 2 life. So it doesn't leave anything behind, but we're not in white, so we don't have a Hunted Witness or any of those type of effects. And just from additional aggro, we have the 4 copies of Knight of the Ebon Legion, 4 copies of Fervent Champion. So it's just definitely needs a lot of tuning, but I feel like this is a pretty decent show to start with, and so we'll go and jump into some matches and see how we can do on camera here. So 22 land, since we are pretty low to the ground, 7 swamp, 7 mountain, 4 Blood Crypt, and then the 4 Fabled Passage for our fixing. We have like double black, but we also have lots of red spells as well. So just kind of make sure we have exactly the right type of mana that we need. All right, so let's jump into a couple matches and see how we do. And Schneider's 599. Fix that screen real quick. There we go. We have two 1-drops and a Fabled Passage, so we can swamp into Scorpion, Fabled Passage into Scorpion, and then crack it for red. So we have Warmonger on 3. Seems okay. Okay, we got the Healer's Hawk down. And there's a Blood Crypt, so we can probably hold off on Fabled Passage then, I guess. We're gonna basically be trying to race these guys. Interesting to see how their list compares to mine. Okay, so we definitely want to keep adding to the board here, so we're going to get our Knight of the Ebon Legion down as well. No reason to attack. It dies, deals 2 damage, regain 2 life, but It's not really that consequential. So they're gaining 1 right now with the Healer's Hawk. If they have an Eagle, they're going to be gaining 2 life. Nope, staggering insight. Okay, that's pretty brutal. Not sure we can overcome that. Definitely something like a Tybalt would be pretty relevant. At least out of the sideboard. Obviously, we're decline. We'll swing 3 since we can't block. Let's swing in. We can sack one of these Scorpions next turn to gain a little bit of life back. Sailor comes down. Somebody could have made a case to Sailor during combat at least to pump up the Skycat 1 more. But either way, they're in a pretty powerful spot. We're down to 7. Pretty much any flyer and we're dead next turn. Yeah, there's no way we can race with that much lifelink. Demonic Embrace is interesting, but just too late. I mean, we can block the Sovereign, right? Maybe that keeps them at bay long enough to do some cool stuff. Probably not, though. Probably not. Well, I mean, if we can survive, it might be worth it. We'll decline. We'll just attack with our ground forces. See if they have a response here. 3 mana open, 4 cards in hand. I mean, the Brazen Borrower kind of blows us out of the water here. Yeah, that does it too. Okay. So, no new cards from our opponent. And absolute bloodbath. Okay, still no new cards. Yeah, dude, you won the game. Go ahead and attack. I'm not gonna block. There's no way I can come back from this. You're not gonna attack. Okay, well, I'll concede then. Alright, against LKV. Hand seems okay. Scorpion to Stormfist Crusader. What can go wrong? Alsaid. Let's attack first. Now we have the turn 3 Direfleet Warmonger, thanks to the swamp. We'll be drawing a bunch of cards with the Stormfist Crusader as well. Okay, mono white life gain in the early access event. You realize you can play with literally any card on these accounts, and here we are playing mono white life gain. I guess there are a couple new cards that they might be playing. There's an Aura that whenever you gain life, you put additional counters or something like that. There's one gain life. No. We'll attack 2, has Menace, so if they want to lose their Pride Mate, that's fine. I'm not sure it was worth it for them, but Heraldic Banner. Okay, lots of curious stuff going on over there. May I have a Fabled Passage, please? Yeah, we got 2 swamps down, so we'll grab a mountain. Oh, a Dreadhorde Butcher. Let's sack the Scorpion for the Warmonger. Swing both. Well, we just run out there, Crusader. I don't think we need to... Do we want to swing 10 here? Probably better just get the Crusader down. They don't block. So they're going to take 6 here. I'll just hope we can make that work next turn. Keep in mind, Allstate has a lifelink, so they're effectively at 13. Yeah, really slow rolling, clicking, 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 slowly. I have 1 open mana thanks to the banner, and they have activated it on Allstate, so I'm guessing that's all that's holding up priority. They're down to 11, so they don't have great attacks here unless they have some really good stuff in hand. There's a new card, Bazri Cat. And a Johnny's Pride Mates. Number 2. Put the counter on Pride Mate. Well, we kind of need to attack Bazri Ket here, I think. Or do we just go face? We can do a lot of damage. Maybe we just go face. Don't need Grim Initiate. Let's attack face, hold up Fury, and I hope that can carry us across the finish line before they get to do anything crazy here. So we have the Trample on the Warmonger. And double block the Stormfist. Well, they're effectively at 12, but got him. Got him, got him. I knew there was something with his deck. Okay, up against Wati Fathom. It's not great, but we definitely can work with it. Island for our opponents. Mill. Okay. Some people like them some mill. Just trying to race them here. They have the 0/4 blocker next turn, unless they have some other effect they want to go for instead. We can always swing 1. If we draw a land, we can threaten an activation. Okay, it's Azorius Mill. So that's pretty nasty. Yep, easy block on the Butcher. No land drop. Okay, Teferi's Tutelage. Inspiring a lot of mill players to go for it. I've played some mill in my day, so I've come to a little more respect for it, but it's still one of those archetypes that's just kind of like... Wait, do we go for damage or do we go for the Warmonger? I think we gotta go for the Warmonger. Gotta go for the Warmonger. So now we have Sacrifice Scorpion, plus we have the Unleash Fury. So we definitely have a chance. 42 cards left in library, so it's going to take them a while. But depending on what they have, they could get there very quickly. Fair. Okay.
Let's slow this down.
There goes our. There goes that plan. So I think we have to kill Teferi. Don't really care about our graveyard. I mean, the Demonic Embrace, I guess. Yeah. We have one in hand. Okay. I guess we could Demonic Embrace the Butcher, swinging the two 1/1, the 1 power creatures at Teferi. Probably our best bet. You and you. We still have the Unleash Fury in our back pocket, so as long as our opponent doesn't have like an Absorb, then we definitely have a chance. It's not really possible they just have a Shadow of the Sky. And we do have some follow-ups here with the 2 Warmongers and a Butcher. Oh, bam! 3 color. Okay, Revitalize. That's pretty annoying. We'll ignore Ash Shock, we just need to go turbo mode. Sure, dude, you got rid of my graveyard. Cool. 31 cards. We can eliminate and swing 6, 8, 9. Is that worth it? Probably worth it. Down to 4, so if they Shadow the Sky, this Butcher is going to kill them. So we're in a pretty good spot, unless they can somehow pull off a pretty powerful mill here. Now they did get some decent support in Core 21. I don't know if it's enough for this. Seems like Teferi's tutelage with Psychic Corrosion could do some serious damage in Historic. So they can bounce the Butcher. They have 2 mana open. We're still representing lethal on board. Okay, 1 mana open. I don't think there's much they can do here. I'm pretty sure we got him. Pretty sure. And they tapped out. 17 cards. Well, let's play the Butcher that they know about. Let's swing face. Oh yeah, Teferi means we can't instant speed. Have fun because Teferi. Okay, so yeah, it's a pretty decent showing. So Mill definitely seems like if you're not careful, that could definitely do some damage. Not really one of my archetypes, but you know, they did get some pretty decent support. But anyway, as far as this deck goes, Rakdos, there's definitely feels like there's some potential there. I'm not really sure if I'm on the right track here or not. I think I'm gonna have to kind of play my way through it, but definitely expect to see more of this type of strategy from me going forward. So yeah, I just had to jump into one more here at the end of the day. It's getting super late, so for those of you that have been watching these pre-release early access events videos, thank you very much. And of course, thanks again to Wizards of the Coast for sponsoring me and all the other content creators a day early, so we get to kind of show you guys what's up. All right, so thanks again, guys, and until next time, jank with a purpose.